Hey guys, welcome back to day 3 of the Sit and Go Trainer, and today we're going to be talking about poker tools. Before we get started, let's recap what we talked about yesterday, which was rakeback and how important that is. So hopefully by now you did sign up, you did review over at virtualpokercoaching.com/rakeback.php. You headed on over to there. You looked through some of the offers and you signed up for at least one of the rakeback problems. Remember, it's free money. If you haven't done that, you're going to want to do that right now and then come back and finish this video. So hopefully I'm going to assume that you have done that, and now we're ready to move on to today's lesson, which is poker tools. Now, if you have been playing poker for a while, then you may have seen some tools out there and maybe not sure what the importance of them are, but there's a lot of different types of software out there that will really help you gear your play. The thing is, when you're playing online, you don't have as much time to actually figure out what your opponents are doing. If you're sitting in a regular offline casino, like a regular poker room with real players, where you're sitting there playing with the same players at the table for 7, 8, 10 hours, then you start to get a feel for what your players do, and you can sort of feel them out. Online, unfortunately, when you're playing like a one-table sit and go, well, basically you only have a few hands to see what your opponents are doing, and usually one table sit and go usually lasts for no more than an hour. So, and you're always playing with different people, so it's tough to do. So there's a couple cool tools out there that will actually allow you and legally will tell you what your opponents are, what kind of players they are, even before you actually start playing, as soon as you sit down at the table. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, because these are very important tools to have. So two that are must-have poker tools, I think, are Poker Edge. I'm going to talk about that one a little bit more, and then a Poker Calculator Pro. So any kind of poker calculator which calculates your outs for you, your pot odds, especially at the beginning when you're learning to play poker. The math behind the poker can be kind of scary and seem kind of complex. So it's kind of fun having a calculator there that's actually giving you the proper odds and sort of giving suggestions on actually when you should be folding and when you should not. Once you actually get more accustomed and actually start playing more and get more practice, the math really does come easily. But at the beginning, I would suggest you definitely should get a calculator. And then I put down here Sit and Go Wizard as optional. I'm going to talk about that one as well. So right below this video, you'll see a link there. It says Poker Tools, and if you click on that, it's going to take you over to my site where I actually list a bunch of the poker tools that I personally use or have used in the past to help my sit and go play here. So the first one I say is a must-have is Poker Edge, and this actually is an add-on to your poker table. When you actually pull up the sit and go, when you're going to actually start playing it, it actually tells you exactly what type of players your opponents are. It tells you which guys are the fish, which guys are the losing players, which guys are the guys you want to stay away from because they're actually solid players, which guys are calling stations, which guys are loose, how often they put money in the pot, and so on. What's great about it, it's actually, I believe there's actually a 5-day free trial on this, so you should definitely go check it out. I know it says 3-day here, but I think they've upgraded that to actually a 5-day, so you can actually try it out, see it working for you. But this is a must for any sit and go, anyone that wants to take sit and goes seriously there. I'm going to get back to the Sit and Go Wizard because I did mention that was optional, but I'm going to scroll down here, and under the Poker Pros Lab thing, they've got a bunch of tools there. Some of them I don't find that are a necessity right now, but down the road, once you start making money from your sit and goes, you may want to invest in them. One Smart Buddy, where you can actually keep a list of players that you've come across that you know are weak players, and it will let you know exactly where they're playing, where they're online, and so on. So you can keep track of a lot of weaker players, which is good. And some of these other ones will tell you, like Table Shark, I think scouts out the tables where they've got sort of weak opponents, and Tournament Shark will tell you about how your opponent's play is over in over the long term in the tournaments and sit and goes and their heads up. It tells you all about that stuff. Those aren't really necessities, but again, those are on a free trial also. So if you do want to check them out, go ahead and do so. The other one I just want to talk about, which I think is a must as well, especially when you're getting started, is some sort of poker calculator. And the one I recommend here is the Poker Calculator Pro, and it will tell you tells you your pot odds, what your chances of winning this hand, kind of gives you instruction on when you should probably fold and so on. So especially if you're starting out, this is definitely one you're going to want to get. And the other awesome tool, this one is absolutely incredible, and if you've played sit and goes for any amount of time, you'll know that the money is made in the later stages, in the late game of a sit and go. That's really where the money is made when you're making the correct decisions. And what this software does is always makes the positive. If you ever heard poker players talk about expected value, you're always EV. If you ever heard that expression, you're always looking to make a positive play. So if you're always making the right decision in the long run, that will always work out. So if you're always making a positive play, and what this tool does is actually forces you to always make the correct play in every given situation. So it basically takes you from making error-free sit and go play at the end, and it takes you there. What's cool, it's on a 30-day trial. You can actually try this out for 30 days. So I do suggest going to pick it up. Try it out for 30 days. If you don't like it, no biggie, but you're going to find that this tool really, really helps you there. So Poker Edge, definitely go get yourself a calculator. These are all on free trials. And go ahead and get the Sit and Go Wizard. I would definitely go and do that. So that's it for there. You can go check those ones out. The homework for this week is, so go ahead at the bottom. You'll see the poker tools. You can click on that, where that was the site that I was just at, or you can go by visiting virtualpokercoaching.com/poker-tools.php. Take you to the exact same page. Sign up for the free trials for at least the Poker Edge and the Poker Calculator, Calculator Pro, like I mentioned, and then you got Sit and Go Wizard. Like I said, it's on a free 30-day trial. So you're gonna want to just try that out. It's going to eliminate all the heartaches of what should I do, what should I do in the late game. It will tell you exactly what to do there. So get familiar with using those softwares. Each of them have tutorials and stuff like that. So that should be your homework for today. And tomorrow we're actually going to start into getting to look at some hands, and we're actually going to look at some hand matchups and some basic hand matchups that you're going to want to learn. So that's it for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.